welcome to Seeing Through Glass. I'm finally back out on the open road in my GT3. It's been a while since I've done any serious mileage in this car. Not really since Austria, back at the start of the year. But that's all about to change. In the weeks and months ahead, I'm going to be doing some serious mileage in this car. And it all starts with this video where I join the Podium Tours rally to the Nurburgring. Yup, my first ever on-track experience in this GT3 is going to be around the green hell. Wish me luck. Well, good morning. Welcome to day one of the Podium Tours rally to the Nurburgring. It was an early start this morning. I was up at like 4:45 so that I could get to Podium Place in Newbury in time for the start of the rally. As the name would suggest, Podium Tours has been created by the team at Podium Place, which, if you don't know, is where their Seen Through Glass coffee is roasted. I think this is the second event that they've done. I think they did one last year in Wales, and I actually attended a recce event that they did where I test drove the new Aston Martin V12 Vantage. Some of you may remember that video. There are about 25 cars on this rally, ranging from a Toyota Supra through to a new Civic Type R, McLaren 600 LT, Lamborghini Huracan Performante, a Ferrari 360 Challenge Stradale, and plenty of Porsches. So yeah, we got some good cars knocking around. But supposedly this event is really focused on the people rather than the cars. So there's loads of sort of additional activities as well as the driving. I think we're going go-karting later. We're supposed to be attending the WEC at Spa tomorrow, before then, yes, eventually heading over to the Nurburgring. But I'm just excited to be back out on the road in this car and to be leaving the UK, because I am so sick of this weather. Honestly, yeah, I'm just bored of it. And I'm bored of it in this car because I really feel like I've barely driven this thing on a dry road. Obviously, the main trip I've done in it was down to Austria, where it was raining the whole way there, and then snowing the whole time that I was there, and then raining the whole way back. So yeah, I'm just desperate to drive this thing in dry conditions and to see this paintwork in the sunshine. Sunshine's not guaranteed, but I think dry weather is. So yeah, get me to Dover, get me on a ferry, and get me into mainland Europe. Now, regular viewers of this channel will know that usually when I cross into mainland Europe, I take the Euro Tunnel, the train under the sea. But I've got to be honest, it's getting so expensive these days, the Euro Tunnel. It's not a particularly attractive option. Most flexi return tickets, around 500 quid. It's kind of extortionate. So anyway, yeah, today as part of the rally, we are on the ferry, which is a nice change for me, even though I hate the sea. And with the dodgy weather, the sea might be quite rough, and I'm now realising that maybe I would have preferred to be in the tunnel. Well, I survived the ferry, just. It was choppy out there. And here we are in France, where the weather is just as bad as the UK. Yeah, a little bit depressing there. I was hoping for some blue skies, but beggars can't be choosers, and I'm on a road trip in my GT3, so I really shouldn't complain. A couple of things to quickly update you on about the GT3, just in case you missed some of my recent videos. This car now has full PPF coverage. The legends at NVN covered every inch of this car with paint protection film, so that's reassuring. Also, I got these summer tyres back on, the Pirelli P0s. Not the P0 Corsas, but the standard P0s. I just prefer them for road driving. Of course, it will mean when I get to the Nurburgring that, you know, I'm losing on a little bit of performance, but I'm never going to be going 10/10ths around the Nurburgring. I just don't know that place well enough, so I don't think I'm really going to notice the performance difference. And as I've said many times before, for me, standard P0s just make this car a little bit nicer, a little bit more road compliant out here on road trips. So yeah, despite the fact it's still raining, and I still feel like I haven't driven this car in the sunshine yet, I'm very happy to be here. I'm going to put my head down and crack on to Belgium, which is our first stop, and I think a little bit of go-karting lies ahead, which I am very excited about. Well, this is Brussels Kart, and as the name would suggest, we are just outside Brussels. Now, I actually think it's a bit of a genius idea, doing a go-karting activity at the start of the rally, because it means we all get kind of like our aggression out of the way. It means we can go to head-to-head on track, so that for the rest of the tour we can all just drive in peace and well within our comfort zones. Now, I've been on track before with John from Podium. The man can drive, but I worry about him in a competitive environment, so this could be hilarious or just pure chaos. Anyway, in a second we're going to get suited, booted and helmeted and head out to the circuit for, I guess, a whole load of racing. Actually, no one's told me what's going to happen, but I assume we're racing. I want to race.
1 hour later.
So, in my qualifying heat, I was beaten by Quaid, my arch nemesis. This man over here, who I'm taking down to Chinatown. And yeah, we are now lining up for the final race. One thing to note, it is near on impossible to overtake on this circuit. It is so narrow, so I don't know how that's going to happen. And also, there's about 10 of us on track, and I just think it's going to be a giant pile-up. We're underway. We are underway, people. Oh, we're up the inside already. There's definitely not a gap there. Here we go. We're going up the inside. Oh, he's through. He's through. He's into P1. Josh B is coming for us. We've got a back marker as well, which is going to make things very interesting. Oh, there's a Sebastian Vettel blue flag. Blue flag. Done it. I'm in second. I'm in second. Dude, that was so good. That was amazing, mate. I genuinely think that's the most fun I've had at go-karting in a very long time. I didn't even win. I'm not actually that competitive, but I got competitive racing against Josh from Podium Tours. I mean, I feel like he shouldn't have won his own event. That's a bit cheeky. But no, all jokes aside, an absolute blast. Anyway, we've now got like an hour's drive to tonight's hotel, which is actually going to be quite a challenging drive because I'm getting out of a go-kart where I was racing for the win into a GT3, and I'm expected to just drive really casually at the speed limits. Anyway, it's probably going to be quite a boring drive and maybe an uneventful night. So I'll see you tomorrow morning when, fingers crossed, we'll get some blue skies and the chance to start driving this car on some twisty roads.
The next day.
The weather has not improved. If anything, it's got worse. I actually just had to buy this jacket from a random Belgian supermarket. It cost me 35 euros and I can't decide whether I think that's a bargain or if I've been ripped off. But I had to buy it because, well, I didn't bring a jacket on this trip. I thought, you know, coming into mainland Europe in May, weather should be all right. How wrong I was. And we are right now arriving at Spa-Francorchamps ahead of the 6 hours of Spa, the World Endurance Championship event. And we're going to be standing outside for quite a long time. And yeah, I would have just frozen to death and got absolutely soaked if I didn't buy this jacket. So yeah, I had to do it. After the event, we've got some beautiful twisty roads to our hotel in Luxembourg. So yeah, it's going to be a good day, just quite a wet and cold day. Slightly interesting parking situation, I have to admit. I'm not sure many of us were expecting to off-road today. I actually think getting out of that car park might be a little bit more interesting than it was getting in. But we'll deal with that later because I'm inside the circuit. And I have to admit, now that I'm here, I am buzzing. I don't watch a lot of the WEC. I watch Le Mans, but I don't tend to follow the rest of the championship. However, the new hypercar class, it's kind of got me buzzing. Of course, we've got Ferrari back in sports car racing. Also Porsche. I've got to fly the flag for Porsche considering I'm here in the GT3. And a whole load of other sort of major manufacturers. It's making, well, I think the racing is just a ton more interesting and exciting. So yeah, I've positioned myself at the end of the Kemmel Straight, the Lacombe sort of corners or chicane, ready for lap one, because I think this is where all the action is going to be. I'm going to miss Eau Rouge, but I feel like the cars will come up Eau Rouge and then, yeah, a lot of the overtaking and maybe incidents might happen here. So yeah, I actually can't wait. The rain, it is continuing, but it's not that bad. So we'll survive it and check out some of this racing. this is absolute chaos because it's wet and so cold. Everyone just keeps spinning it. Like, honestly, it's complete mayhem. Here come the leaders now, and there's a bloody Porsche beached in the gravel. They're all going to have to slow right down. It sounds like he's got his engine started again. But yeah, look at this. Ferrari in the lead. 1-2 for Ferrari. We don't have a screen here, so I don't know what happened at the start, but the Toyota is having a nightmare all over the place. The Toyota, I'm guessing the temp's not helping that car out, but oh, this is so good. But yeah, the amount of spins and incidents has just been nuts. That was absolutely awesome. Seriously, I loved it. I feel like I really want to get into WEC now because it was so exhilarating, and seeing the different classes, the speed the hypercars could carry through the corners. Meanwhile, the GT cars were like, wait, a little bit of power, a little bit squirmy, a little bit of power. Oh! Proper action, proper close racing. Really good, and I wish I could stay to the end, but firstly, it is freezing. I can barely feel my hands, and we've got some driving roads to drive on. So, time to leave Spa and crack on with this adventure. Finally, I have now driven this car in anger in relatively dry conditions. And okay, I remembered driving the Porsche UK manual GT3 in anger and falling in love with it, hence why I desperately wanted one of these cars. But I've not only been reminded of that, I've now exceeded my own memories. This thing, it's unbelievable on a road. Like, it's just, I am not good enough to extract the maximum from it. At every single second, it wants more, it wants to go faster. It's like, you're a pathetic driver. Like, why are you braking? Don't brake, you loser. I just cannot wait to do so many more fast miles in this thing. However, driving that fast in a group of cars doesn't mean that I haven't gone unscathed. Let me show you. So yeah, I mean, this isn't showing up on camera all that great, but as you can see, a fairly huge crack in the left-hand side of the windscreen caused by a stone fired at me by, I'm going to blame it, the Supra. And if you think that's bad, well, let's come over here because, well, yeah, there's another one, the other side. I mean, they're literally trying to meet in the middle. I mean, this is pretty disastrous. So that is for sure a new windscreen needed. I mean, if you're going to be doing a big rally with other supercars and following closely, this can happen. A few other windscreens have been taken out, unfortunately, today. I have now got to be super careful to nurse this car to the ring tomorrow, and then down to the south of France, which is my next destination, and then hopefully get it checked in for what's probably going to be a little bit of an expensive windscreen, but I'm hoping is going to be covered by my insurance. But yeah, pretty bad. So yeah, we're going to call an end to day 2 right here, and I will go and drink away my misery slightly, but wake up feeling fresh tomorrow and realising that, of course, a windscreen can be replaced, and it's not the end of the world, and everyone's okay, and the paint's okay. Beloved paint. So at some point that will get replaced, and I think I'll still be able to do a lap around the Nurburgring, just looking between the cracks. So yes, I'll see you tomorrow for our drive across and then hopefully around the ring. Well, it is the 3rd and final day of the Podium Tours rally to the Nurburgring, and you are now witnessing the chaos that is all of us turning up at a fuel stop. I mentioned it at the start, it's about 25 cars in this rally. I haven't really shown you all the cars taking part, but yeah, we just shut places down. It's a little bit awkward. Now, I've got to be honest, I woke up this morning feeling a little bit more depressed about my windscreen than I was
yesterday. I just got a bit of a lump in my chest. I'm so, oh, it's just a faff, it's a ball, it doesn't look good. It's bringing me down, but you know what's bringing me up? The weather. We finally have blue skies and sunshine for what should be the best driving roads of the trip and the best activity of the trip, the Nurburgring. So yes, whilst the chips in the windscreen, the cracks in the windscreen are trying to ruin my mood, I won't let them, because this should be an epic day. Considering that all the cars are together, it's kind of a good opportunity for me to show you the cars taking part in this Podium Tours rally. So we've got a McLaren 600 LT, a new Civic Type R. This thing looks amazing when it comes up behind you. Really aggressive front end, big fan of that. Huracan Performante, he's making a lot of noise, do not worry. Lovely BMW M3. Toyota Supra, that's been our lead car. This thing has been super rapid, so shout out to its driver, but also the capabilities of a Supra. Lovely GT4, we've got a blue M2, Audi R8 LMX, it's a GT4, got another M3, 570 GT interestingly, AMG GTR, the Podium 360 Challenge Stradale, absolutely obsessed with this thing, follow it whenever I can. A very well modified Clio, I got a 911 902 GTS Cayman 4 litre, a beautiful PTS 911 Carrera, Vantage, got a Boxster GTS 4 litre, got a heavily modified Mustang. I don't believe, oh no, that is that M2 that's with us. There are so many cars I forget what's with us, and then yes, me in the GT3. I think I've got everyone. I feel like maybe we've missed one or two cars, but yeah, it's a varied and big old selection and lots of things to get excited about. This is nice. Boys and girls, after an unbelievably epic morning driving into Germany, we've arrived at the Nurburgring. And I gotta be honest, I'm pooping myself. As much fun as I've had in this car over the last few days, and actually I feel like I've finally been able to push it and exploit it on some dry and beautiful roads, the Nurburgring is a whole different thing. And this weekend is a weekend of green hell driving days, which is essentially the tourist laps that anyone can do. You can rock up and pay your however many euros and go out in whatever car. It's not an official track day. It makes the Nürburgring a toll road, but it means it's absolutely packed. It's a bank holiday here in Germany, it's a bank holiday in the UK, and I think in France. So yeah, there's just a gazillion people here, and the weather's nice. So when we first arrived, the queue to get onto the track was so long that we bailed and we went and had lunch. So we've been here for about an hour already, checking out some amazing cars. Seen 2 new GT3 RSs, a load of GT4 RSs, and then a ton of other stuff as well. But I am now heading towards the track because yes, I cannot come here, even with a slightly damaged GT3, and not do a lap around the Nürburgring, even though it doesn't excite me, it terrifies me because of the other people. If I was told that I had a lap to do by myself, I'd love it. It's the other people that are faster, quicker, and a little bit braver than me that terrify me. But yeah, I have to give it a go, and this car should be completely at home on the ring. It should just be able to do it in its sleep. I, on the other hand, well, I need a few more espressos before I think I get brave enough to venture out there. It is 4 PM, the track closes at 7. I'm going to leave it as late as possible to try and let the craziness, the traffic, the adrenaline junkies die down. So yeah, that's the plan. Wish me luck, people. The one and only time I've ever driven on the ring before
was with your 992.
991 Carrera T.
Oh yeah.
The Carrera T, and you were in my passenger seat, and I thought,
yes,
I cannot do it again without you.
Ah,
so I'm actually quite terrified. So please, like last time, remind me, because I don't know where I'm going, Misha.
Okay, no problem. I'll tell you where to go. So I'll tell you where to aim to.
Yes.
Where to brake, from where till when, and from when you can start accelerating again. From here, you can just go flat out on the gas, or as you said, a bit fast.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So middle of the bridge, left part of the bridge, overtake the car. This is all flat out. He's staying on the right. We're going past him to the right side. Once you pass him, go to the right side. Speed is fine. Just maintain it. left curbstone, to the right curb, then to the middle of the track. Speed is okay, let it roll, bit on the brakes, let go, turn in, close to the barrier, brakes to the left curb, let go, turning in the right curb, and to the left curb. Keep in mind you're still with cold tires,
Yes.
left side, bit on the brakes, let go, turn in, right side, and to the gas smoothly to the outside. Very good, towards the right side, before orange barrier on the brakes, so here brake, let go, turn in, left curb, and to the outside, right. And towards the middle of the track, right curbstone, 2 kilometer sign left. Before the sign, just lift a bit, speed is fine, no need to brake. Turning in, right curbstone, and smoothly on the gas to the outside, go. Very good. And going straight to the right side, staying right on the brakes. Let go, turn in, left curb to the right curb. Very good. And to the middle of the track, smoothly on the gas to the right side. And back to the left curb to the right curb. Very good. And then to the left curb and end of the right tire wall, and on the gas to the left 3 kilometer sign. Very good. Staying left on the brakes, stay left, let go, turn in, right curb, tight, not too much on the gas, and now gas left curb and flat to the outside. Very good.
Woo! We're still alive!
Overtake the what's it called, the Swift if you want to,
Swift,
because
okay.
it's a very fast section after this.
The Swift is going very fast though.
Staying left, so good. Let go, speed is fine. Turn in, right curb to the outside, and then right curb again, and on the gas, and go. Very good. And past the countryman.
Yeah, giving it large.
Yeah, left side, and maintain acceleration to the uphill right part of the track. Very good. Perfect. Staying right, exclamation mark on the right on the brakes. Staying right. Let go, and turning into the left side and staying left. Very good. End of the curb on the brakes, stay left. And brakes and staying left. Yeah, and turning in right curbstone. Very good. And smoothly on the gas to the outside. Very good. And you go past them. Very good. Perfect. Left curb, right curb, straight to the right curb in the bottom. At the end of the curb, turn into the left curb. So to the left curbstone, right curbstone, at the right curb brakes, at the white sign, turn left, brake a bit, let go, turn in left over the curb, more left, very good. And on the brakes, perfect. Let go right curb, let go the brakes, and turning in, very good. Brakes, and tight left curb, very good. And then the right curb, and on the gas. It's a straight, so flat.
I'll let this clear go.
Yeah, you can.
I'll let him go. He's
Yeah.
hustling me. He's hustling me.
Good.
He knows what he's doing. I don't.
He has even some flames coming out of the
Wow.
exhaust, so I think he's maybe like a cup car. To the small white sign bottom right, let go, and turn in left curbstone, at the curb smoothly on the gas to the outside, at the end of the right curb on the brakes, so here brake, let go, left curb, and keep on steering past the curb. Very good, so you can go to the right curb. Perfect. To the left side, stay left. Motorcycle sign, brake, stay left. Braking, staying left, right curbstone. More right, perfect. And to the outside. And to the right side, or overtake the Mini. So it goes to the left here, so but they let us pass. So tight left, right curb, perfect. Left side, stay left. So on the brakes, let go. Second right curb, missed the first one. Second one,
This one, okay.
gas to the outside. Bit more right. Perfect. Very good. Brakes. Let go. Turn in right curb. And brake again. And left curbstone. And to the right curbstone. And to the left 90 sign. Stay left. When the white line goes left, you go right to the curbstone. Staying right. Very good. On the brakes. Very good. Let go. Turn in left curb. To the outside right. End of the wall. And back to the left. Perfect. Stay left. Brake a bit, let go, turn in, right curb to the outside, and gas, go. It's a straight, so very good.
This car's quite good, isn't it?
It is, I mean, that's what it's built for.
Yeah.
It's the best car you can get.
Oh my God.
Alright, and left curb, don't lift on brake, and staying left, perfect, and on the brakes, staying left, and right curb.
Okay.
Very good, and gas to the outside, let's go. Now it's 1.5 mile straight.
Okay, I was in the wrong gear there for sure.
Yeah. Very good. Left side, stay left. Stay on the gas, maintain acceleration, count the curbs. 1, 2, number 3 goes straight to the right. Perfect. Left left-hander, maintain acceleration, don't lift mid-corner or you're dead. Good, right side, and go.
Thanks for the reminder.
Yeah, left side. Perfect, nice. And then towards the right curb. And then straight to the right side. After the end of the right curb, turn into the left curb. Speed is fine, just lift a bit,
Fine, okay.
turn. And smoothly gas to the outside, smoothly. Very good, perfect. Good corner speed, good car behind us, so let them pass. Very good, thank you. Right curbstone to the outside. And back to the
Hustling
right.
that guy, my gosh.
And left brake, now brake, yeah. Stay left to the end of the curb and then to the right curbstone. Perfect. And to the outside smoothly. Very good. And gas, very good. Perfect.
Carousel.
Yes, going to the right side of the fence ahead of you, towards the photographer, and dipping it in. Very good. Very nice. Right curve. Go. Perfect. To the left wide side, 145, then to the right curbstone. Past the right curb to the left curb, just lift, no braking, and turning in. And to the outside, to the right curb, oh, traffic jam, nice.
Wow, big traffic jam.
Okay, so left curbstone, then to the right curb, then to the left side, overtake the Skoda. Very good, staying left bit on the brakes, let go through the outside, very good, and to the left curb, and then to the orange barrier, very good, perfect, and brake a bit, let go, right curb, overtake the E36, it gets tight left here, brake a bit, let go, turn in left, and then on the right curb if you want to, yeah, and then to the left side, to the left fence, at the fence on the brake, stay left, brake, let go, right curb, gently, more right, okay, good, brakes, and car behind, eyes on the road,
Let him go.
yeah, watch out here, it's sandy, okay, good, and left side, perfect, staying left, brake a bit, let go, right curb, and to the outside, very good, staying left, end of shadow brake, let go right curb, and to the outside, and back to the right side, staying right, before the shadow brake, stay right, left curb, very good, and right curb, perfect, and towards the fence on the right, 169, and then left curb, so left curb, speed is okay. After the jump, brake a bit, enough, turn in, and to the outside, and back to the right curb, and middle, and left curb, and straight for the right side, end of the right curb, turn into the left curb, so, end of the curb, turn into the right curb, very good, closer, straight, very good, right curb, left side, straight for the middle, at the right high fence on the brake, going straight to the left side, staying left, and now to the right curb, and to the middle, very good, smoothly overtaking, left curbstone, very good, on the gas, pass him, brakes, close to the inside, very good, and on the gas out, and back left, very good, staying left, brakes, let go, turn in the right curb, to the outside left fence, close to the fence, lift to it, and back to the right side, and car next to you, alright,
And we've survived, basically.
yeah, we did. Yeah.
I'm bowing out at this
Yeah.
point.
And at this point, I always know that people who usually, when you post a lap video or something, and people are not used to this kind of videos, I'm sure there are going to be 10 people or so. Why can he not shut up? I want to hear the engine sound. Because the purpose is to tell him where to go, so he doesn't end up in the grass or in the barrier.
Literally, if he didn't shut up, we'd be dead now.
Yeah.
So, I'd have a very big bill.
Yeah.
Mate, thank you so much. Oh,
You're
and
welcome.
do you know what? The thing is, I know when we did it in the Carrera T, you were very kind about my driving, but we took it pretty easy. This car allowed me, I think, to go so much faster, huh?
Probably, but it felt probably slower.
Yeah, man. Well,
That's the problem with fast cars.
Yeah,
It's
you're
more fun-
right.
It's more fun to drive slow cars fast.
yes, you're.
than
Yeah, I
fast
think,
cars slow.
yeah, you've got a good point
I
there. There
think.
were a couple of little moments,
Yeah.
but you know, we survived.
Yeah, we did. No, it was good. It was good. And it's good that you used the car where it's built for.
Yes, that's exactly
That's,
it. With cracks in the windscreen as well.
Exactly. I mean, maybe not the best. Don't try this at home. let alone on the racetrack. But
No.
it's good. It's,
Dude, well, thank you for your help. You're an absolute hero as ever. If you want to see more Nurburgring adventures, check out this man's channel.
basically, if only Nurburgring
Yes.
videos. That's the only thing I do every day. Nurburgring.
One day I can't wait for you to just like shock people and do like a McDonald's drive-through video.
Imagine that would be the thing. Actually, some people ask me to start doing fitness videos, but
Oh, yeah?
but I need to start a separate channel, because whenever I post something like, I don't know, fitness related or personal related on my Instagram, I see like every day I get 1,000 followers, and I post something like that, minus 5,000. So I'm like, okay.
Which your female demographic goes at. Maybe.
I have 99.7 male.
Hey, that's
percentage.
good. That's good for automotive. That's pretty impressive.
It is actually, yeah. So I have no girls. At least my fiance is very happy about it.
At that point, yeah. What an unbelievable experience, honestly. I'm not a big Nürburgring Nordschleife guy. As I was saying before I went out, the unpredictability of the other cars is what really stresses me out. I love the actual track itself, but yeah, it's just a bit too chaotic for my liking. But this car out there, so cool, so good. Absolutely blown me away. And I'll be honest, since Austria, I've been a little bit nervous. You know, I haven't driven this car that much, and I was like, am I ever going to really bond with this thing? Was it just kind of like a special occasion car that, you know, it's used here and there? But after the last few days and that experience, it has reaffirmed why I wanted to buy a 992 GT3. This thing is just so good, like so good, and I cannot wait for the adventures that are ahead. A huge thanks to Podium Tours for arranging these awesome few days. Keep an eye on their websites for any future events. But for now, subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications for all the adventures still to come.